It's time for more of today's top stories from the Next News Network. Recreational marijuana use is now legal under Washington state law, but some police officers are finding ways to crack down on suspected pot use by motorists. Mike Simmons was arrested and charged with DUI after a traffic stop in which an officer from Kent claimed to find evidence that Simmons was driving under the influence of marijuana. Simmons, who was jailed for 13 hours and has paid $5,000 in towing and attorney fees, told a Fox affiliate, quote, "As soon as the officer came to the vehicle, he asked me to stick out my tongue." The officer claimed to see a green film on his tongue, which was supposedly evidence of marijuana use. Simmons refused a blood test without a lawyer being present and was arrested. He insists that although he had used marijuana 2 days earlier, which would have shown up in the blood test, he was sober at the time of the traffic stop. Simmons may sue the police department.
Mrs. Obama's surprise video appearance during the 2013 Academy Awards to present the Best Picture Award was widely criticized by conservatives, and at least one liberal commentator thought it was in poor taste as well. In an interview on CNN's Piers Morgan Tonight program, left-leaning television personality Donny Deutsch described Mrs. Obama as an uninvited guest and an intrusion in the event. The self-described Democrat said that the First Lady, who was surrounded by military personnel in dress uniforms, presented herself as if she was a monarch.
In testimony before the House Public Safety Committee in the Washington legislature, Paul Applewhite of the Association for Unmanned Systems International urged that restrictions be removed on the use of unmanned drones to carry out lethal strikes within the state. Applewhite was testifying in opposition to HB 1771, a proposed bill that would place limits and reporting requirements on the use of unmanned aerial vehicles. Among the restrictions would be a requirement that drones be used only after a warrant has been issued or in non-law enforcement related emergencies, such as search and rescue or fire abatement missions.
Social media giant Facebook has announced that it will block comments perceived as critical or bullying on tribute pages for the victims of Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre. This came in response to a letter from 3 Connecticut state lawmakers to Facebook chairman Mark Zuckerberg. According to State Senator Richard Blumenthal, quote, "We've seen public reports and there have been private conversations with families that have indicated that Facebook could be doing better and doing more to protect against invasions of privacy, harassing and intimidating posts of exploitive posts." Shortly after the mass killing, police officials in Connecticut threatened to arrest and prosecute anybody who used social media to disseminate what they considered false information about the atrocity.
You're watching the Next News Network.